HTB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. Now, this is a video here basically on my opinion of the Warriors' top 5 games. I suppose in no particular order, but yeah, without further ado, hit that intro. Alright guys, here we go now. Disclaimer, every game is important, right? Every single game that the Warriors play is important. So I suppose with that being said, I'm going to sort of just give you guys my own thoughts, right? Well, I'll get straight into it. So, alright, the first game for me, I think is really important, right? The Warriors versus the Knights, round 1 over in Wellington, the capital of New Zealand. Reason being because it's the game that kicks off our season. Reason being because all the preseason hype is now brought to the table and the questions that are wanting are now hopefully about to be answered, and we've been here before, and granted we don't actually have the best opening starts to our seasons at all really, but again this is a game here that I think is very pivotal for our season. Now it doesn't matter if it's the Knights we play first or the Roosters, right? Could have swapped them around, doesn't matter. The point is game number 1 I think is always going to be the most important, I think, for most of us fans, right? And yeah, this game here is no different. Round 1 against the Knights over in Wellington. I cannot wait to watch it. I'll definitely be watching that game there. But yeah, that's for me. Second game for me I think I have is actually the Warriors against the Bulldogs over at Mount Smart. That's right, Mount Smart Stadium. The Warriors go back there, and what should be a very good game full of atmosphere. Now, granted, the Bulldogs as well, they're looking ready, looking primed. They're looking like the dogs of war, really. Preseason, that is. Now, the Warriors will be hosting them over at Mount Smart, and obviously with this in mind, the Warriors are now going to be traveling back more regularly back home in New Zealand, which is such a beautiful thing to see. Now, we all know how we all felt emotionally when we saw the Warriors coming out against the Tigers last year. So now that's going to be a continual occurrence. It's going to be a good thing, but granted, home game advantages for a reason. You got to take it. You got to run with it. But yes, the game against the Bulldogs over Mount Smart is just as pivotal a game, in all honesty. And it's a good game to prove a point. We know with a team that's on the up, Bulldogs are wanting to move up. And they did well, in my opinion, last season. So watch out for them, in my opinion. Next game as well is actually the Warriors against the Dolphins, round 14, Mount Smart. Now, the reason why I had this penciled in is nothing to do with the fact that it's a home game for the Warriors, but obviously because of the Dolphins, right? It's going to be the first time they're going to be in here, and it's always interesting to you always want your team to, to verse the new team, to see how your team will go, right? And I suppose this game here will be no different. You're versing the Dolphins, the newest addition to the NRL. They're the reason why the game has 17 teams. They're the reason why teams have 3 buys, and the reason why there needs to be an 18 team very soon. And I'll get to that video, don't you worry. It'll be a very healthy discussion, and I'm going to throw a few teams your way. So yes, the Warriors against Dolphins. Now, granted, I'm not sure how the Dolphins will look like in round 14, to be fair with you, but the point is the Warriors host the Dolphins, the newest team. It's going to be a good battle, in my opinion, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how we go against the newest team, right? The newest addition. So I'm looking forward to it. Next game I have, game number 4, is actually the Storm against the Warriors. Now, round 8, Evan Melbourne. This is for Anzac round. Now, granted, we only versed them once this year, thank goodness. But again, I always look at the Storm games as a marquee game for us. It's the big game for us. Arguably the biggest challenge we have. Now, obviously, you got the likes of the Penrith Panthers, the Cowboys, the Rabbitohs, right? So on and so forth. But I just think for mine, the Storm, they've always had it over us since 2014. We've never won a game against them since. We've come close a few times, but just not good enough. And I'm really hoping that this season here, and again, here comes the optimism, here comes the happy HCB. I'm hoping that we can really, do something, right? We can beat them. I'm hoping we can beat them in round 8 over Melbourne. I really do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game because it's one game against them, but they have it over us. They beat us so well. So I'm hoping this year can be different. See what happens. And yes, the last game that I have penciled in is actually round 10, Magic round, that is the Warriors against the Penrith Panthers. Why? Because I am going to Brisbane. Looking forward to going to Brisbane, actually. I can't wait to see the Warriors again. And, I'll be there live. I'll be doing vlogs. Hope to see you guys there. Catch up some photos, have some yarns. But yeah, they'll be over in Brizzy. Now, granted, obviously, apart from the atmospheric, awesome occasion that will be on the footy field, reason being is because obviously the Panthers are back-to-back champions. They're going to go into this year arguably as the favourites again. Or they're thereabouts, right? Nathan Cleary, right? Isaiah Yeo, Brian To'o, Luai, Stephen Crichton, the likes of Sonny Luke potentially, Martin potentially, but you get my point. Mitch Kenny, Dylan Edwards, right? I can name their names, these players for days on end, but you get my point. Their quality side led by a quality player. Sean Johnson versus Nathan Cleary. Now, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, right? In the sense that I'm going to... No, not like that. This is a tough task, and honestly, as much as I want the Warriors to win, you almost feel like they won't, but don't say anything yet. But yes, I'm looking forward to round 10 because I want to be there. It's going to be awesome as HTB's going to be there. It's going to be live. It's going to be cool, and I just enjoyed my time last year. And I get to see the Warriors play live, man. Like, that's huge to me, and I really enjoyed it last time. Granted, unfortunately for the Warriors, they decided to turn up in the second half, but it was just too little too late. I'm hoping it's not the case. But yes, the reason being is it's a big task against the Penrith Panthers. Respectfully, they are the big dogs, right? They are the big dogs. They are the be-all, end-all, and they're going to be chasing their third premiership. So if the Warriors can get close, pull up an upset, see what happens. But you get my point. If anything can happen there, it'll make me a very, very happy man. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I've got round 1, I've got round 4, and I've got round 14, round 8, then round 10. Now, but in saying that, disclaimer, every round is important. I'm looking forward to it, actually. But give me thoughts. Take it easy. See you guys next time. Go the Warriors. And just remember,